Okay. Um, it was a message that popped up, so I'm not sure what that was. But anywho, um, this is Janice. I'm the owner of Grace's Designs by Janice, where God has graced me to create. I'm coming on again to do a mini tree. This will be a Easter tree. I've been doing a lot of Easter trees lately. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't get a chance to drink my coffee like I wanted to, but I just wanted to come on and show you all again how I make my trees and all of the things. And we're going to do this real quick today. First thing I want to do is, if you haven't already, like and share my live and also subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. Um, I'm going to use a Lazy Susan today. If you don't know what a Lazy Susan is, it's literally just look like it's about 14 inches wood, and it's got this thing that goes around and like this, and so it's easy for you when you're working on like centerpieces or the trees that I'm going to be working on today. It's really easy to just twirl it around. So it's very helpful. But we're going to get this thing started. Again, my name is Janice. I'm the owner of Grace's Designs by Janice. All right, so I'm going to be using one of these mini trees. It's an Easter tree. And the Easter trees come, these particular trees come from Dollar Tree, of course. I got these last year. They were still $1.25. I think they either $1.50 or $1.75 this year. This is the Easter collection. They have an aqua blue, a purple. I think I think it's aqua blue, purple, and a peach color. And I pretty much try to use all of them. Okay. So basically, all I'm gonna do is take my little tree out of the box and toss that. And it comes with these three little bottoms here, and these are considered to be the stands. So all I do, you guys, is push, make sure you have it going the right way. The flat part is supposed to be down. All I do is kind of start it, and then I push it down on the table as such. And I, what I always tell everybody, if you're going to be doing this just for you, you know, it's a lot of things that you might not have to do that I'm going to be doing today. But if you're going to be selling this uh, to like on craft shows and everything, I would suggest that you take a little glue and you reinforce these little stands, because when I first started making these, I was just selling one of my customers, one of the trees, and one of these little stands slipped off while I was picking it up to put it in the bag for her. And I was like, oh my God, that is not good. So, but yeah, so what I normally do, you guys, is I'm gonna put this to the side because I want you to see exactly what I use and all of the things. All right. So, I use 5.5 inch mesh. And today my inspiration is these little bunny ears. Okay. It's got the pink on it. It's got the turquoise and it's white. So I usually go with the colors that's inside of whatever inspired me. So you see how close the color of the tree and the color of the bunny ears are. If you're just coming on, my name is Janice. I'm the owner of Grace's Designs by Janice. I don't know why I sound tongue-tied this morning, but please like and share and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And so I got all of these little embellishments over here to the side that I'm going to add to the tree. But I want to show you first how I actually create all of the things to get this started. All right. So again, this is 5.5 inch mesh, and you see the colors that's in it. I tried to get a mesh that had all of the colors of the inspiration piece, which is the bunny ears. So it's got the pink, purple, aqua green, just a blue, just like the tree. It's got red in it, but I'm not going to use red. I'm thinking the red would be a little bit too much. I don't know. And then I'm using a solid pink. I also have some white pieces that I'll cut. I've already cut a lot because I didn't want to take up the time on the live to actually cut the pieces, but I'm going to demonstrate to you how I cut them, how long I cut them, all of the things, all right? So I use my ruler here on my table, and if I'm cutting more than one color, I literally put them on top of each other. I'm not gonna be cutting one color, then go back and cut the other color. Believe it or not, these little stems on here is 45 of them. Now, I don't always use 45 pieces, depending on how thick my mesh is. And so I'll show you that. You'll be able to see, if you have to add some, if you have to, whatever you have to do, okay? We're going to go over that today. So y'all, I lay it out on my table here and I measure it at 20 inches. Now 20 inches is, 20 inches really is I guess, the norm for whatever. Even if you're using a 10.5 inch, most people do 20 or 22 inches on their reefs. And so I use 20 inches on my trees. The other thing that I use, y'all, I use pipe cleaners. And these are the Chenille stems or pipe cleaners, whatever you want to call them. They're 12 inches each, right? So I cut them up in just 4 pieces. And it so averages around 2.75 or 3 inches each. And I cut them that big or that long because, once you do so many twists on this, you can end up hurting your finger or it'll start scraping your finger. Sometimes I'll put gloves on, but I'm going to demonstrate all of that to you today. All right, so I have my Chenille stems. I have my 20-inch pieces of mesh that I've cut. So I'm gonna use the more colorful one to demonstrate first. Just like if you're doing the 10.5-inch mesh, again, it's no different. This is 5.5 inch. Some of it comes at 6 inch. Thank you if you're watching. I really appreciate you coming on. But y'all, I put something heavy on the end down here like this, right? Then I take this piece, I roll it over on itself a couple of times. So 1, 2, and maybe even 3 times, just so I can have that closure. I put my clip on here and I turn it around to the other side, right? I do the same thing here. I roll it over on itself. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to squinch it up right in the middle. Just squinch, 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 squinch. And then take your clip off. And you're going to end up with the same little butterfly. I call them butterflies. You're going to end up with the same little butterfly if you would if this was a 10.5 inch. You take your Chenille stem that you already have cut. You lay it down in the middle, right? Make sure you hold it there. And you want to pick it up, turn it over. See how you got these 2 pieces sticking up? You just take them and you twist them. And again, this is why I will wear gloves when I'm doing all of the pieces. And then I just kind of like fold this back. And there you go. You have your complete. Now, if it's not even on both sides, you just pull it a little bit to make it even. It's okay. You're not even going to tell if it's even or not. But you're going to do each one of these and you're going to put them on the limbs of the trees. So I'm going to demonstrate one more time with the solid pink one. Okay, so again, you just lay it out. And if you're already a crafter, you already know, okay? But if not, this is the way for you to learn so you can see, hey, this is how to do this. It's easy. And I know I'm saying that because I'm used to doing it. But once you get the habit of doing it and practicing, you will be fine. Again, this is the same way you're going to do your 10.5 inch mesh. You do 10.5 inch. They got 11 inch, 12 inch. I don't think 11, but I know they have 10.5. I say they, but when you purchase them, there's a 10.5 and there's a 12 inch. I do have 12 inch. But you guys, I'm going to roll it over a couple of times. Take this clamp and put it on there. Take the heavy piece off. Do the same thing on this side. Roll it over on itself. And then I'm going to squinch it in the middle. Now, make sure you stay in the middle because, again, you want it to be even on each side. You take the clamp off and you just bring it all in. You hold that middle piece Now these chenille pieces are a little bit longer, but it's okay. It's still protecting my finger. That's the whole idea. But so you take it and you just, as you're holding it down, you want to just kind of lift this up a little bit, put your chenille, twist it. Now, before I started gluing these, I used to actually, if my chenille stem was long, I would literally just take the chenille stem and attach it to the stem of the tree. But I don't do that anymore. To me, it don't hold as good. And again, you still come up with your little butterfly. Now, again, like I said, I've already cut all of these for the tree. So I'm going to start showing you now how I attach them. So I already have a bag over here that's full of the ones that I've already cut, because I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to take time cutting all of these pieces while I was on here, because I want to demonstrate to you actually how I put it all together. Now, the other thing I've learned, so yesterday I took time and I actually counted the aqua one. This one is 45 stems. You do not have to have 45 pieces of mesh, and I'm going to show you how and why, okay? So what I normally do first, I pull down the first layer. So if you know anything about the Dollar Tree, many trees, they call many trees, Christmas trees, Easter trees, Valentine's trees, whatever. You want to it's going to come with different layers on it. Now, I think the first layer is 12. And you want to kind of take it down, because you're going to want it to be full at the bottom mainly, because when I'm done, my tree will be touching the bottom of here, and it will be covering the little stands. So the customer will not see the stands at all. But you see, you got this layer, you got another layer like that. The first layer is 12. I'm not going to do 12 at the beginning. I'm going to do one, skip, and keep going. Now I have white, I have the multicolor one, and I have pink. These are the three colors. Now all mesh phrase, you see that? I literally pulled that apart so it came. But all you have to do is just cut that piece and you'll be fine. So these are the three colors that I have. So I'm going to start out with the solid pink first. I take my glue gun. I literally put that glue right in the middle piece. Right in the middle. I lay it on the limb, and I just bend the limb just slightly, because you don't want to take away from the length of the limb, okay? But just slightly, you want to bend it so it'll get a good grip to that mesh, okay? So then I'm going to skip. I'm going to put the multicolor one in the middle. I'm skipping this limb, and then I'm putting this one on the next limb over. Give it a little bend. And y'all, you literally can just set it there. You know the glue is going to glue. You know it's going to stick, right? So don't worry about it. You're going to take you another piece. Now I'm doing well, I'll go with the white, like I said, because I have 3 different colors that I'm working with. So even, like I said, even when you're doing your 10-inch mesh on a piece of wreath, you don't always put all your colors together. You kind of mix them up. Same concept on here. Just so now I had the solid pink, the multicolor, and the white. So I'm just going to start with the pink again and just keep going around. If you see where your mesh is fraying, all you have to do, y'all, is when you finish with your tree, just go back through and clean it up a little bit. That's all you have to do. All mesh frays, whether you're doing a wreath, whether you're doing a tree, it's going to fray. So don't let that, deter you or make you feel like, oh, I can't get this, or no. All of it frays, is going to fray. You just can't do nothing about it. Now, some people I've seen will kind of like, will kind of burn or whatever. I don't burn my mesh. Unless it's poly burlap mesh, I will kind of like burn that with the wood burner when I'm cutting it, but for the most part, I don't burn it. So you see how I got the bottom part done already? And you see how fast that happened? So now you're going to go to the next layer. And again, I'm just really doing, I'm just putting one on, skipping, putting one on, skipping like that. I'm just doing that all the way around at the bottom first. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I think this layer has 11. Again, it's 45 pieces on this whole, this tree. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. No, it's only 10 on this layer. But it's 12 on the first layer. All right. So you're going to do the same thing. Now, see how I have the white, the multicolor, and the pink? So instead of me putting white on white, multicolor, I'm going to mix it. So I'm probably going to take, and you can even do this one. You see how this is? I got a multicolor and a white here. I mixed a lot of them up like that because I like to have the color to go throughout the tree, and you know, just have all of the colors just doing their own thing. So I'm gonna take a solid. I have a solid pink. I'm gonna probably put it right here in between these two. I've done trees that are like one solid color. Now I've done purple, I've done, you know, orange, pink, whatever. You can do whatever colors you want. Uh, I'm still just skipping one, y'all, and putting that one in the middle, and I'm just gonna keep going around. But you can do whatever colors you want. But I will suggest that if you're doing multicolors, just lay them on top of each other on your table, and um, cut them all at once, because you definitely don't want to have to sit there and cut all those things one time each. No, even if you're only putting 30 on here, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure. See, I have some more, and then sometimes I have to cut more. You know, I might not have enough. I literally have to cut more, and I might have to do that today, but we'll see, right? My little glue gun been work so much, it's making these noises like a. So I've done this. I've done one and skip, one and skip. I'm gonna go to the next layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 8 on this layer. Okay, same thing. Just I got the multicolor over here. I'm gonna put the solid over here. Now, y'all, I get my mesh from a lot of different places. Some mesh is better than others. Everybody knows that. Some mesh frays more than others. Some mesh, uh, it just depends. You know, I love mesh from Michaels. I will say that because Michaels do have like a lot of, like their Michaels mesh size compared to some of the other ones like Hobby Lobby is so much bigger. You get so much more mesh. So the only thing about it, they will not have like all of these multicolor ones. I actually got the multicolor from one of my crafting groups that I'm a part of. And they were selling some the 5.5-inch mesh. And oh my God. I think I bought from 2 different people because all of the different colors that they had, I couldn't find them. I'm like, oh my God, I ain't never seen these colors. They are so pretty. But y'all, this color right here, this is actually came from a Christmas color from Hobby Lobby. It was the Candyland one from Hobby Lobby. So again, you don't have to worry about what season it is. You can use different colors during the different seasons. So y'all, it always comes with this long stem up here, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that later. But we got another layer here. I see hearts. Usually my sister is on and she will be sending out those hearts. I can't see on that side because I didn't hook up my laptop today. But see, 3, 6, this one has 7 on here. So I'm gonna just keep going. And look like I have more solid pink than I have any color, but that's okay. We're gonna make it do what it do. And you want to just keep, like I said, keep using your Lazy Susan. Keep twisting it around. It's going to be fine. But still, you still putting one, skipping one, putting one, skipping one, okay? And a lot of times, y'all, in these cases, when I have one color more than the other, I will just go ahead on and put a lot of those colors in here. It's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Because you're going to come back with the one that you like, this one here. I put white here and the multicolor here. So you're going to come back and blend in all of those colors. So it's going to be okay. So like this, I'm using just a solid pink up here at the top, because I'm going to come back and I'm going to put that multicolor one mixed with the white. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed what just happened. This one here was not completely dry, and so when I pulled on the tree, it came off. That's okay. All you have to do is just lay it back there. It's gonna dry. The glue I moved it a little bit too soon. Now here is another layer. This is a smaller layer, but this is the top of your tree. And then this long piece here, you can cut this actually and make this another stem. Or like depending on what topper I'm gonna be putting on here, I'll take this and this will be this will be what will hold the topper in place, okay? All right, so I'm gonna put some multicolored ones with the mixture up here. And you just, y'all, look, y'all see how fast I've already filled this tree already. And all we're gonna do is go back around and fill it in some more. But you want to kind of get your shape started first. And I've literally been doing the YouTube videos because a lot of people will ask me how I make them. And so I'm like, okay, well, YouTube will hold my videos longer than the other platforms. And so that's why, another reason why I want to come on here. But please, if you're on my live, please like and share and subscribe to my channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. It took me a long time to actually get the followers that I needed 50 to start lives, y'all. It took me a minute to just get those 50 people to go on and do it. And it's okay, because I know people got, they busy and they have their own lives and all of the things. But it makes a difference when the people get involved in what you're doing and try to help you out a little bit. And yeah, so it's just the click of a button. Just subscribe, please. So now what I'm doing, y'all, as you can see, is shaped like the tree, right? I'm just coming back around now and adding the ones that I have in different places. This mesh is catching on to everything. But I'm just filling in these places where I've skipped a limb and I always go to the bottom first, because the bottom is one I like for it to be wide. I like for it to have good coverage. And so I'm pulling them apart and going around the bottom. You see how the bottom is filling up? That's why I do that, because I want it to fill up really, really good, have good coverage. I want it to cover the stem. I mean the little legs that's on here. I like for it to cover it up real good. Yeah. So I got my bottom like I want it here. Now what I do, y'all, is just start working my way back up. And you can always stop, when you get ready. And when you get satisfied with the way your tree looks, you stop. And so that's what I'm going to do in a few seconds here. As soon as I lock this one in, I'm going to stop. And this is where I will actually start shaping my tree. Because, you might not need as much mesh as sometimes you put on. So what I mean by shaping my tree, I'm going to start shaping it. I'm going to bring it in a little bit at the top so that it'll start coming together as a tree. See how it's narrow here and then it goes out? That's what I want. Sometimes you have to literally just take your stems and bend them up, bring them up, whatever. But you want it to be full and pretty and all of the things. Now, before I shape it too much though, I'm gonna go ahead on and add my rabbit ears. So you see the rabbit ears are white on one side, then they got the turquoise, the little pink um, bow that already came with it. And I'm just gonna take the tag off here, and then I'm gonna take this little tag off so that won't be showing. And y'all, this is where I look, just put this on. Just literally just take time, find your space in between everything and put it on here. Make sure you go across the top part. Put your bunny ears on. I think it's so cute already, y'all. I get so excited when I be doing this stuff because it's just beautiful to me. And look how much it's gonna take your tree up. Now, I'm kind of hiding the bow. Let me see how I can not hide the bow, but we'll see. Now, this is where this piece comes into play. I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna wrap it around here. Just once. I don't have to wrap it more than once. I'm just gonna wrap it just so it'll hold the bunny ears in place, okay? But y'all see how it's coming together already? Just so cute. Just so cute. You can always watch my replay, you know, if you don't get a chance, if they don't get a chance to watch. But if you share it, they can always go on there and be like, "Ooh, this is so cute. This is so nice." Look, centerpieces on the countertop at your job. Um, they can fit on your desks. I mean, they are real easy. And y'all, I do all kind of trees. I do sports trees. I do you can do whatever kind of tree you want. You just got to be creative. Now, y'all, see how I have a big hole here? Because I pull some of those up as I'm shaping. So that's why it's crucial that you go ahead and just shape it so you can see where you need to add more. And then I'm going to add my embellishments. And to be honest with you, y'all, as pretty as it's looking already, you don't need a whole lot of embellishments. But I like to add mine. And because this is an Easter tree, you know, we're going to do some eggs. We're going to do some bunnies. And again, as you go around your tree, you want to start getting some of that frayed off of there. You can. Whatever. Okay. So now, so I'm going to start filling up some holes. I have about 6 or 7 of these left. And remember I told you about the ones that I did the multicolor and the white here? All you're going to do is just find you some spaces and put it in there. Well, that space I want to put the pink. Let's see. Because it's got the multicolor. So I'm going to fill in this hole that I told you about. You just come in there with your glue, bend your stem a little bit, and look, it filled it up. I found another one here, so we can put this one here. And in this case, y'all, because I'm not gonna do another tree this color unless, you know, I have like a special order or something. I'm probably gonna end up just using all of this. And I still don't have all 45 stems done. I still don't have all 45 stems. I have 4 more, y'all, to do. I want to show you the difference in the Michaels mesh and some of the other mesh. And the different size is amazing. Now, I love when they put it on sale because I want to say Michaels mesh, no matter what the length is all the same, which I think it starts at $9.99. but I don't want to pay the $9.99 for these little stems. I mean, the little mesh. So I I wait until they have a sale, or because I'm get a senior discount from Michael's. Once you sign up, you get you a senior discount, and then you automatically get you an extra. I think it's extra 10% off. But y'all, that 10% matters when you go in there and have to buy stuff, and then you got your rewards. Like, I know I'm advertising for them right now, but hey, Michael's, you can always sponsor me, and we can get some of these get some more trees done. But yeah, I like them, like I said, because of the senior discount, and you know the mesh is so much bigger. Like if you compared it to the Hobby Lobby one, you'd be like, wow, it's huge. So y'all, I have 4 more pieces, but I'm sitting here like, where am I gonna put them? I can put another one here to bring that up a little bit more. And if you don't have a stem to put it on, it's okay. Just bend it a little bit and set it down in there, and just let it just hold it for a minute. You can take your coffee break at that time. But y'all, when I start adding the embellishments, it's just gonna come together even more. I see a few other places I can put a stem. I mean some mesh in here. So I am gonna go ahead on, because I only have 3 pieces. I don't want to, again, I ain't got time to be trying to find a place to put that mesh. Yeah. Like if it wasn't cut already, I would find a spot. But yeah, it's already cut. I'm not going through all of them changes. Yeah, so I see a couple of spots where I can put some more mesh. And I didn't have to really shape this one a whole lot. Because it's already shaped. It's cool. I'm gonna put this multicolor one right here. Right here by this ear. You just want to just put it there, and it also, what it's doing is hiding where I had to put the ear. Okay. I'm still trying to not cover this bow. It's kind of hard not to, but you'll still be able to see it a little bit. The main thing is being able to see the bunny ears. That's what I like. Okay, y'all, I got 2 more pieces. But that's okay. I have another project that can take the 2 pieces. I'm going to do another live tomorrow. My plan is to do a live every day on YouTube. So y'all, so now what I do, I take time and I roll it around to make sure my bottom is good like I want. If it's full enough, then I just start adding my embellishments. Now remember, this is going to be my front because I have the bow right here, okay? So just keep that in mind a little bit as you put in your embellishments. Now y'all, I have because of all of the colors that's in the multicolor one, I have pink, white, the aqua blue or turquoise, and purple. And I have red in it, but I'm not adding red in it. So I have all these little eggs here. I have a handful of little eggs here. I have little Easter bunnies that are pink. And I'm going to use the light pink ones, not the dark pink. But I bought these from Michael's last year. When they had their sales going on, I'm like, okay, I can add those into my little trees. So I have the little bunnies that's going to go in here. And I also have the little aqua bunnies that I'm going to add in here too. So I'm going to pull all of this out so we can start putting our embellishments. And I'll see if I want to add all of these bunnies. I think I may want to, but look, I still got all of these bunnies left that I could put in one of my other trees. All right, so I'm going to start putting my eggs in first. And I think I'm going to add some of these little balls. I really like the way they just sit inside of there. But I'm going to put my eggs in first. And y'all, all y'all do, just take your egg Put a little glue on it. And find you a nice little spot. Now, mind you, you got a lot of pink on here. So, you don't want to just fill it up with some more pink, pink, pink. But, yeah. And then the rabbit, well, and then I have my purple. But just, look, put these things wherever you want. It don't matter. But all you're doing is just putting your eggs in here, putting a little glue on it, and just dropping them inside of these places. Yeah, just dropping them in and just letting them sit there. They're not gonna go nowhere. They glue, and then if you see them bending a little bit, just stick it back up. It'll be fine. Just take time and put your eggs. And like I said, I'm only using the colors that I'm using in my tree. So I'm using purple. I'm using the tan, which would be like the white, and I'm using pink. Now, excuse me, I got these eggs from the Dollar Tree as well. They come on a string, okay? And on that string, you have all different colors, eggs. And so all I do is just cut the little string, and then I pull all of the eggs off because it's sometimes you have to kind of reshape your little mesh, but yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna start adding my little bunnies. So I have this is like an aqua green, and then I have the pink. I'm gonna start adding them because I want to make sure. And you just put them wherever you want to put them. Your customers oh my God, they be so excited because they be like, oh, it's got little bunnies on here. Or, they look at the little details. So make sure you add whatever you can to bring it all together, y'all. They're going to love it. They really will. So, let's see. Put me a pink one here. And I'm trying to find, I don't want to put pink on pink, I want it to stand out. But I'm putting the little bunnies in here. Now, some of them look like some of the bunnies they look like they sitting up. Some of them are standing up, Like I got one that's kind of standing up. Then I have one that's kind of sitting like that. And then I think it's 3 different little shapes of them. But you just want to just drop them in. Put your little dab of glue on it. Drop it on there. Yeah. Have one here. I'm going to put one at the bottom. These are so cute. They just, and I just grab, I always try to grab me stuff from the previous year. And then, like I said, y'all, you want to make sure you also, you don't just have to always just use stuff because that's what the season is for that. Use it for, like I did this mesh. This was the Candyland theme for Christmas. I used this for Easter. So, you just let your, see how that rabbit came off? You just come right on back over here and put him right there because I didn't let it set enough. That's okay. He gonna be just fine. And then I'm gonna add another green one over here. Just try to hold it there a little bit so it'll kind of stick because you don't want anything falling off. But I'm literally putting all of these rabbits on here, y'all. All of the little green and pink rabbits, I'm just putting them all the way around. I think that's my sister on here with these hearts. I don't know. My sister Barbara always support me. I have several sisters that come on. Sister Barbara, my sister Pat, my sister Beverly. They come on and support me. while I'm on my different platforms. You can come over on uh, Facebook today. I will be on Facebook at 10 o'clock. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet on Facebook today. I'm going to figure it out between now and then. It's almost 8 o'clock here in California. So now I'm going to start back putting my eggs in, y'all. And we're almost done with it. Almost done. My little glue gun just making all kind of noise. I have a one that I charge. You can also plug it up, but it's more bulky than this one. I like the small one because I can maneuver it better. I don't want to put that rabbit that close. I buy my glue by the box in a bulk because I use a lot when I'm doing these trees, y'all. And I think I've changed my glue stick maybe 2 or 3 times since I've been doing this. And that's okay. You do whatever you gotta do to make your project work. But yeah, sometimes I have to reposition the way the mesh is so that I can get the egg or whatever embellishment that I'm using to lay like I want it, okay? And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna take some of these, let's see, they got the turquoise, I got the turquoise little balls. I'm gonna put these little turquoise balls in here because I don't have a whole lot of turquoise. I do have this aqua color in here, but it's got enough aqua with the rabbits, okay? But I want to add a little turquoise accent in here just so that it'll pop a little bit because it's turquoise on the ears. And once I do this, y'all, we're gonna be done with this tree. Like, y'all, it's turning out the way I want. Like I said, the bottom is full. I love the way I have the bottom. I love the way it's full. It covers, like I said, it covers the stems, it covers the legs. You just want to make sure all of that is covered, okay? Try not to let those legs be showing. Yeah. And then just kind of spread your color out. And I might put, well, I don't want to cover that bow up too much. And then try not to put your colors, as you can see, I'm going around here. I'm trying not to put too many of the same colors in the same spot. You want it to spread out. But I like that little pop of that aqua color. It's really pretty. And I always say, even when I'm doing my wreaths, I be like, customers like the little peekaboo. And what I mean by that is, you know, they be like, oh, that's so cute. Like when they notice the little details of something that you've done. Oh, that's so cute. I be like, yeah, that part. And now to cover this up, you can always just put you a little glue and try to save your fingers. Try not to hurt your fingers. I have the little rubber things that I can do this with, but I don't ever take time to put them on. But what I'm doing now is trying to close in this section where some of the top of the tree was showing, and so they just close it off. Y'all, like I said, your customers pay attention a lot to the details that you do in your items. But y'all, look how beautiful. And like I said, the purpose of the Lazy Susan is so that you can just keep on turning it around. But see how pretty it is? Just absolutely gorgeous. And it's extremely full. It's extremely full, and all I used, look, here's another spot that I think I want to cover up, but that's okay. But look, I did not, I think the next time what I'm going to do is count the pieces of mesh, if I can keep up with it. But count the pieces that I put on here. So like I said, it's 45 stems on the aqua tree. And I think all of the Easter trees from Dollar Tree gonna have the 45 stems, okay? But the Easter tree, Halloween tree, and Valentine trees, hands down, are the best. The green and the white, not so much, because they only have, I think they only have 32 stems. And so, like, for instance, at the bottom, it's only 3 stems at the bottom. You see how many stems are here? It's 12. So that's going to make you, I have to create a false bottom with the green and white trees. And I don't totally like that too much. But so for Valentine's, you want to stock up on your red trees for Christmas. For Easter, you want to stock up. And then the Halloween trees, like I said, the black ones, so full, so good. And then a lot of times Dollar Tree at the end of the season, they will sell the trees for 50% off. So when you walk up in there and you want to do some little mini trees for your pop-up, guess what? There you go. But you still, only paying like $1. I've seen some of the trees, they $9.99 a piece, and they don't even look like these trees. So y'all, just again, if you desire to do this, it's a good selling point at pop-ups. People love them. Um, I'm not going to tell you what you can sell them for, but you sell them for whatever you want to sell them for, okay? Yeah, all of that. So don't don't worry about it. Is it too high? Your customer is your customer. If they want to purchase it, they're going to purchase it. But y'all, I love the way it turned out. Like I said, I might add another little pink here and maybe right there just to use those other 2 little pieces. But I am going to come back on tomorrow uh, on YouTube again and continue to show how to do my trees, because I have not seen anyone do the trees like this um, since even before I started, or since I've started. But it's just an inspiration from me to you if you want to start doing them. I would love for you to put it on my channel. If you do, I just would like to see how well you do it. I have a friend that tried to do it and she she gave up. And it was so funny because she was like, she threw the tree and everything in the trash. And I'm like, oh my God, you have to be patient with it, And then I just remember one day being in my room, like in my craft room, and I was like, Lord, what can I do different in it? And so, hey, that's what I started doing. I started doing these trees. He inspired me and I started doing them. And hey, y'all, I've loved them since I've started doing it. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. They are, again, perfect for your pop-ups. Customer loves them. They not super big or super overpowering. They don't take up a lot of space. Like I said, you can do sports ones. You can do whatever. I do Halloween ones. I had one where the witch hat was way up here. Like you can do all kind of stuff. But y'all have a blessed day. And hopefully you'll come on tomorrow because I'm going to be doing, I have like 5 more Easter trees that I want to add to my pop-up that's coming up next month. And so I am going to just be doing Easter trees. But yay, I've done Mardi Gras. I've done Juneteenth, Valentine's, like whatever. I do them, and they all turn out to be really, really pretty. But y'all, when I saw these Easter bunny ears, I was like, girl, that is awesome. So I have a purple and gray one that I did on yesterday. So if you want, you can go back and watch the live on that one. And then, yeah, so And I have a couple of more little small shorts I think that I did, but I'm venturing off into YouTube, so that's why I need my subscribers to be, build up. And so if y'all will, like I said, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for coming on today with me. And again, I'm Janice Burrell over on Facebook. You can always come over on Facebook. Today at 10 o'clock and see me on my live over there. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet, but I am going to be doing something cute. And so hope to see you on. Yes, my sister Barbara is on. Hey, sister. Hey, everyone that came on. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you coming on. I hope to see you at 10. Bye-bye.